and gentlemen, welcome to GFW Pulse. We have a wonderful card planned for you tonight, two great matchups, and I have to say the crowd is just going wild in the Pulse Arena tonight.
Absolutely it is, and they are probably going wild because this is the second episode of GFW Pulse Season 2, and the first episode with yours truly, Elliot Maverick on commentary, the newest recruit by Nero Sin.
That is correct, folks. We are not being joined by Goth tonight. Instead, we've got EMAV joining us. Don't worry, though, you'll get your fill of Goth on Mayhem. And in the ring tonight, we have Travis Markson. He is absolutely right. Philly is a historic city for professional wrestling, and we love this place. Well then, I guess I love this place. Mr. Markson apparently does not love this place as much. I don't think you guys are bloodthirsty parasites. I think you guys love a hardcore match, and I know I do too. Markson definitely not endearing himself to this audience. You guys may be wondering why we're not hearing EMAV right now, but that's because Carl spilled coffee in the production truck again, so you can't hear EMAV swearing, but I can. Okay. I mean, I don't know if Bone Crusher would be a boner killer for me because he'd never really give me a boner, but that's not my place to speak, I guess. That is absolutely true, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Nero was intimidating people backstage to get what he wants, considering he did it right here on Pulse last week. You know what? I will say this, though, since Markson wants to come at me, I will say this. For somebody that was supposed to win the Battle Royal, if I'm not mistaken, he was the first man eliminated in that match, so I don't know how much of that is copacetic, you know? Wait. Okay, so I can see where he's going with this. Markson is a world-traveled wrestler. He has held titles in various different companies. I don't think that prestiged is a word. I don't think that's how the English language works. Wow, that definitely not pulling any punches, but I'm also guessing that Markson didn't pay attention to the match card when he came in tonight, because he does have a match with Misfit Angel directly after this segment. He is right, the GFW Insider is a great magazine. I personally read it, I don't know about you guys. That's what gives me the information that I need to come out here and tell you about all of our great talent. I disagree with that. I think people very much enjoy our talent, and I think they're very vested in them. And if you don't believe that, just take a look at Lazy Dragon. Very strong words from Markson here, though, who has made a huge impact over in EOW. And I would say that Markson is nearing on X levels of arrogance here. Well, that's, I mean, come on now. Ladies and gentlemen, our first matchup tonight is an absolutely excellent contest between the prestigious one, Travis Markson of EOW, that is EOW Federation, they are an affiliate federation of ours, versus Misfit Angel.
Yeah, both these people making their singles debut. The only match we've seen of them was in the Embers of Rebirth Battle Royal at the Blackout pay-per-view a couple months ago. But this should be really interesting because they were both really impressive, but we didn't get to see a whole lot of them.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, EMAV. I'm actually really excited to... I felt like Misfit Angel had a really spirited showing in the Embers of Rebirth Battle Royal. Her and Taryn Johnson had a bit of a back-and-forth thing there that I thought was maybe going to pan out into a feud this season, but so far we haven't really seen that.
Yeah, Taryn's a little bit too busy with Bone Crusher, but we'll get to that later tonight.
This is true. Markson, though, is a world-traveled champion, so for Misfit Angel, this actually represents a really big opportunity because she is a fresh rookie, and if she gets a win over Markson here, that is a great start to a career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the arena at this time, the prestigious one, Travis Markson. his opponent this evening, accompanied by Reeve, this is Misfit Angel.
Alright, this matchup starting off, and I am immediately suspicious that Reeve is out here. I don't think Nero Sin signed off on that.
You know, Nero doesn't have to sign off on everything, and Reeve and Misfit are a...
He signs your paychecks good.
Yeah, he also is doing wonderful things with company finances. We'll see how that does him in the long run. However, Misfit Angel being accompanied out here by Reeve, who is her significant other, and he's just out here trying to support her in her debut endeavors.
Yeah, well, I don't think she's gonna do too hot because, oh wow, nice shoulder tackle there. But Travis Markson is pretty soon, yeah, right there, shot to the face, and throwing her off the ropes. Misfit Angel recovering, but I'm just telling you, Misfit Angel's out of her league. Markson's gonna kill her.
Well, I mean, Markson, without a doubt, having the experience advantage, a multiple-time champion in organizations all over the world, most primarily known for his presence in E02. However, that has a double-edged sword for him because he's actually under pressure to perform here tonight, whereas nobody's really expecting Misfit Angel to come out on top, so if she does, it's a huge boost in her... Oh, wow! See, and that's my point right there. Misfit Angel doesn't have to be dominant, she just has to get a win.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said before, both these wrestlers making their singles debuts here. This is a very important match for both of them.
Ooh, and a stiff chop to the chest. Wow, a beautiful sequence right there.
I gotta say, I was confident before, but now I'm starting to think one count. I'm starting to think that Misfit Angel might actually have the upper hand in this match.
Oh, and Markson just working her over on the ground there, aggressively stomping. See, I mean, she does train with Reeve, so I'll tell you one thing, she's gotta be durable.
Absolutely, Reeve has definitely been in some wars in GFW that we've seen. And Misfit Angel coming out ahead in the strike exchange, hitting an elbow drop, and a drop kick to the knees.
She is just working Markson over here, and I thought he was gonna tear it up early on in this matchup.
And look at this, almost like a, I don't know, she's got a choke.
But Markson managing to escape, that's that veteran instinct kicking in right there. Oh, talk about kicking in. That cannot feel good.
By a senton by Markson. Markson now getting thrown into the corner. And oh, get launched to the outside.
See, and that's what I'm going to say is that veteran instinct of Markson there, always aware of where he is at in the ring.
Absolutely, just trying to get a bit of a breather and hitting a gut buster now. Now he's got the advantage in this match again, off the ropes. And oh wow, flying clothesline.
Yeah, I think Markson is back in control of this matchup here, but wait a minute.
Right as you say that, commentator's curse. Misfit Angel takes control once again with the suplex, and now another elbow drop.
Big series of aggressive ground game from both of these competitors.
Yeah, you know, it's a little interesting, this matchup, because Nero Sin told me straight up that he wants Travis Markson to win it. I don't think he's really too keen on having women fight the men in GFW.
Well, I don't think that Nero's living in 2019 with the rest of us, so screw him.
Probably not, but he also signs my paycheck, so...
Some things just aren't worth the money.
Well, this commentary job certainly is, as Travis Markson now to the top rope. Leg drop.
Oh, and that was a huge top rope exchange. 1, 2, no!
Kick out at 2.5.
I really thought that could have been it right there. What a big exchange off of the turnbuckle.
And Angel at the clothesline, go for another cover. 1, 2, and kick out again.
See, and there's that ring awareness. She's just way too close to the ropes there. But Markson powers out immediately. What does he have in mind here? Oh!
Springboard Meteora by Travis Markson. I don't know why he didn't cover off of that, because now Misfit's going to take advantage with the Bulldog.
That was a huge bulldog counter for her right there. I definitely agree with you. He should have covered after that.
Throwing him onto the apron and just punching him off.
And Misfit Angel not only doing it with style. Oh, big spinning neck breaker.
Both of them are down, but Markson gets to his feet, but he's wobbly. But he hits a Hurricane Rana on the outside.
Gonna buy him the time he needs to potentially get... Oh, huge backcracker. What's this? Snap suplex on the outside. That ground is not soft.
Yeah, I have to say I'm surprised. This has been a very even back and forth match so far. Both these wrestlers just trying to show why they're the best. And oh wow, flipping kick reversal by Markson, very impressive.
Just the back and forth this matchup has been excellent from both competitors. I mean, win or lose, both of these competitors looking great right now.
Yeah, you gotta think though that they're gonna want to get back in the ring at some point. Been outside for quite a while now. You can't win the match out here.
No, you cannot. Markson going back in the ring just as you say that, apparently reading your mind, Emav.
Absolutely. I have a great mind for the business. And now, once again with that submission by Angel, is Markson gonna tap out? No, he does not.
Nice escape from Markson right there. Oh, and I thought maybe Misfit was gonna flip off the turnbuckle there. We've seen that quite a lot lately.
Markson.
Oh, what's he got in mind? Wait a minute. Oh, big counter. 1, 2, 3, and that's it right there.
Misfit Angel with the victory. Holy crap.
That counter just sinking it in right there for Misfit Angel. I mean, that was absolutely phenomenal. I don't think we've seen anybody win with that roll-up powerbomb counter off of the turnbuckle like that. And you have to believe that Markson, for all of his experience, did not see that one coming.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just one of those flash pins, but it was off the top rope. So not only was it a leverage pin, but it disoriented Markson as well.
Yeah, you gotta believe that took all the air out of his lungs hitting the mat off of that huge powerbomb. I'm still reeling from no Star going for an and Muerto's out, and it's Star versus Crusher here.
She's about to break.
I'm getting lost on route 3 with Star here.
Like a bird tied to a cage.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is this, guys. When we made this acquisition from Progress, I think we got the right guy. Oh, but Star's not out. That was under the bottom rope.
That was on the wrong rope. Wait, might in the truck get regained. Not the straight here.
Oh, and now Star chucking. Oh, wow. The strength of Bone Crusher. Wowie, zowie. Oh, and Star chucked out of the ring. Wow. He doesn't get a 2 count, but he got a 1 count there that was looking like it was going to be 2. Uh-oh, Nero with that gut-wrench spinning powerbomb. And now what's he going to follow up with? Huge chop to the throat, but AK trying to get back in this matchup with that punch. Whips Nero into the corner, and what does he have in mind here? Oh, God, just a brutal series of knees in the corner. That has got to do some damage. When you're as big as Nero Sin, it's easy to get winded, and AK has been focusing that attack on the ribs, potentially trying to impact the breathing of Nero Sin. Definitely a good strategy from AK-47 here. AK got something to prove after having lost his heavyweight title match against El Fuego Negra. One count from Nero, not getting much more than that to our surprise. Nero usually devastating people by about this point in the matchup, so AK doing a very good job here of staying on top of Nero. 1, 2, oh, wow, that was almost a 3 count after that series of strikes. I can't believe that. Nero with a big backbreaker there, followed by an elbow drop, and now setting AK up for something big. Nero ducks under, and what's he have in mind doesn't matter. Nero catches himself on the ropes, AK catches himself on the ropes, and Nero with a low blow. Nero with that lariat just flipping AK over, and AK with the headshot. Oh my! 1, 2, 3. AK-47, and Just saying right there, I put him down, and he did. AK-47 devastating Nero Sin. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup right here, a follow-up to last week's GFW Pulse where Taryn Johnson was disqualified in her matchup against Bone Crusher after Bone Crusher attempted to assault former GFW Pulse referee Mark Scarrott, and he struck Crusher in self-defense.
You know, I like how you use the term self-defense because there's really no justifying a referee putting his hands on a competitor the way Mark Scarrott did. Mark Scarrott is a terrible referee, and he's so bad that they even made a shirt out of what Nero said to him when he fired him from his referee position. You can buy it right now on designbyhumans/shop/gamerunderdev. But anyways, I think that Mark Scarrott is going to get eaten alive in this match.
You know, you say that. Have you ever heard of a referee by the name of Herb Dean? Sometimes it is entirely acceptable for a referee to get physical with a competitor, and I think in the case of what happened last week, I mean, you really have to ask yourself, what's Mark gonna do? Just stand there and take the beating? I think when you get attacked like that, you get the fight or flight instinct and you either run or you fight, and Mark fought.
He should have ran, and now there's no running.
Well, I think more importantly, Taryn Johnson losing that match caused her to be collared by Bone Crusher, so I think she really paid the price for Mark deciding to defend himself. Not that I feel like he was in the wrong. This matchup, however, very, very exciting, as it'll be Crusher and Apollo, the icon of perfection, escorted by Taryn Johnson to the ring versus not just Mark Scarrott, but also Alexander Smith, the Watchdogs they call themselves, who will be escorted by Danny V5, one of our newest competitors, a great luchador that we've managed to pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. Nero Sin was very, very intelligent to sign him. Danny V5 has been trained by great luchadors such as La Parca, Rey Mysterio Jr., a bunch of great veterans, and I can't wait to see what he does in the ring, but I hope he doesn't get in the ring tonight.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to see Alexander Smith debut here tonight as well. I think Alexander Smith is going to be one of those surprise breakout stars for GFW. He is an absolutely phenomenal Greco-Roman wrestler, and I think we'll see that shown in tonight's match.
You know, he might be a great wrestler, but he's also really stupid that he decided to try to help Mark in this match against Crusher and Apollo, because like I said, they just can't win. They're gonna get destroyed out there.
Well, it might change your mind to know that Mark and Alexander actually have a little bit of history going back to some military service, so they've got a little bit more experience working together than Crusher and Apollo do. With that said, let's get this match underway. Ladies and gentlemen, entering the arena at this time, escorted by Danny V5, the Watchdogs. Their opponents this evening, Bone Crusher, Apollo, and their valet, Taryn Johnson. Alexander Smith and Bone Crusher are going to start this matchup, and there we see the Greco-Roman background of Alexander Smith kicking in already. Takes Bone Crusher straight to that sprawl and just works over his face with uppercuts.
Oh, and a dragon screw there. I gotta admit, I'm absolutely shocked right now that Alexander Smith is in control, but not for long as Bone Crusher gets him with that huge axe handle. And now, once again, Smith with the dragon screw. Going for a cover is not going to get anything there. 1 count only.
Hey, you can't blame the man for being thorough, going for an early cover off of a series of dragon screws there, apparently trying to take the legs out from under the much larger Bone Crusher.
And Bone Crusher immediately tagging in Apollo. I'm a little curious as to this Apollo guy. He looks like he came out of some sort of frat party.
Wow.
I'm not sure where Apollo came from, but what I will tell you is that he is more muscle than man. He is the icon of perfection, and it shows right here, managing to do a little bit better early on against Alexander Smith than Crusher was.
Yeah, some nice shots to the body there, and following it up with a clothesline. That's going to send Alexander Smith to tag in Mark Scarell, and Mark Scarell, he gets dumped out of the ring. Mark Scarell is about to die here.
I don't know about that. Scarratt's got a pretty thorough background. We might see that come into play here. Nice drop toe hold there from Scarratt, and he is in control for a moment at least.
Just wait until Apollo tags in Bone Crusher, then it's really going to go down.
Nice uppercuts here from Scarratt, though. Does not get the better of that exchange. Apollo up top. Big man with a foot stomp. That's gotta hurt. That's a lot of weight on the sternum.
Knees to the face as well.
Oh, but a nice trick there from Scarratt.
If Scarratt could actually wrestle, why did he want to be a referee in the first place?
You know, that is a very interesting question, and when Mark Scarratt originally came to me and offered me his resume, the whole point for him was that given his martial arts background, he wanted to be a referee that would actually look out for and protect the competitors from getting hurt in the ring. Oh, beautiful jawbreaker combination here. What's he got in mind? Nice hooking clothesline, and I gotta say, Mark Scarratt looking impressive here against Apollo. Yeah,
he is, but he's looking impressive against Apollo. I want to see Bone Crusher get in here, and I'm gonna get just that. Bone Crusher getting tagged in.
Oh, and look at that. Apollo saving Bone Crusher from that technical spin there. A 2 count on Scarratt immediately. And now Scarratt wants none of Bone Crusher. Gonna tag in his partner. What is this?
This ref, get him out of there.
What a beautiful double team there, and a huge Russian hook from Alexander Smith.
And Smith now with the forearm, but...
Headbutt from Crusher, just gonna lay Smith out. Oh, and that is 330 pounds.
2, and kick out at 2.
That is
Smith
a lot of weight.
Staying alive, and now working on that leg once again. The one that he hit a bunch of dragon screws on is trying to weaken, but Bone Crusher gets away. And now off the ropes. And oh wow, rolling into a cover. That was impressive. 2 count. Almost
does not get him there.
That's the only way that Alexander Smith is going to beat Bone Crusher, by a flash pin like that, but he wasn't able to get it that time.
I don't know about that. I gotta say that one thing that's standing out for me so far in this matchup is Alexander Smith has been very on top of that leg. The psychology going into that attack is not a bad idea.
I mean, Bone Crusher cannot afford to lose this match. Do you realize that on Friday, on the first episode of Mayhem in Season 2, he is going against AK-47 in a landmine death match for the FTW Championship? If he loses here, how embarrassing would that be?
You know, that would be pretty embarrassing, but I gotta say, that teamwork right there was absolutely beautiful. Alexander Smith setting Apollo up in the corner before he gets out of the ring, but leaving Apollo in the corner so Scarratt can follow up with that low drop kick. And now Scarratt working the legs.
Unpolar submission hold was not going to be enough. Oh wow, what an uppercut by Apollo, just flooring him. And a clothesline. And now once again going for this dragon sleeper.
But Smith gonna break it up and save his partner there.
He had to kick him twice though. Apollo is so strong, had it locked in deep. Oh wow.
That chop stung. I could hear that from all the way out here at the announcers booth. Oh, perfect driver! That could be it right there. That is Apollo's finish.
2 and 3. That's it. Oh no!
No, 2.9. That was so close. Scarratt managing to break that pinfall though.
1, 2. Kick out it.
Kick out by Apollo, just powering out of that.
This matchup pretty intense. Northern Light suplex. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. No, it's not. Mark Scarratt
just managing to escape is Scarratt. Huge pile driver by Smith on. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Again with that double team.
The STO followed by the leg sweep. 1, 2, and no! Apollo this time just barely kicking out. This is... Every wrestler in this match that's not named Bone Crusher is on the verge of defeat here. And look at Apollo.
Oh, Scarratt just being stretched.
Just drops him down. Meanwhile, Bone Crusher taking care of Smith.
And leave it to Bone Crusher to taunt while his team is on the losing end here.
Not on the losing end for long.
Oh, and Apollo showing his strength here.
Terry press and just throwing him down.
And now here comes Bone Crusher on a groggy, wounded Scarrat. Big headbutt there.
Finally, Bone Crusher's gonna get Scarral just like he wanted all this time for all these weeks. He's gonna finally get at him. Headbutt,
And Scarrat is out of the ring quickly here. Nice rolling knee bar to send him away with.
is distracted by Smith getting tagged in. That's when he decides to attack. What a coward.
I don't know if that was cowardly as much as good teamwork there from Scarrat and Smith. The one thing I will say about the Watchdogs is their teamwork has impressed tonight.
Oh my god, Bone Crusher is going for a clothesline. Gets rolled up into a backslide 3. No! 2 count only.
Smith there trying to sneak one out, and now Crusher demonstrating that massive strength, just swinging Smith around like a rag doll.
Oh, but Scarral breaks it up. And once again, like I said, it seems like every time Bone Crusher tries to do anything, the partner comes in and tries to break it up or double team.
You can't fault them for good teamwork here. I think Apollo and Crusher are maybe just not on the same page. Sending Smith into the ropes, though. Huge.
Just launching him up and down. And now Apollo's back in. Punch to the back of the head while Bone Crusher locks in a camel clutch. Unfortunately, he's not the legal man, so a submission would not count here. As now, Smith going to tag in Scarrat.
Oh, and a big sit-out pile driver.
Apollo gets right back up.
You know, the resiliency of Apollo and Crusher in this match has been somewhat legendary, I would say.
Yeah, these guys are definitely impressive for sure. I did not think... I thought this match would be long over by now. But Scarral and Smith staying in it. And now Scarral, what a move. Is that going to do it? No, not going for the cover. Going for a rolling knee bar instead. Is he going to tap out? And you got Smith distracting Bone Crusher over there, but Apollo fights out of it on his own.
The toughness being displayed by Apollo in this matchup is definitely the stuff of legends. Not watching where he is in the ring, though, is Scarrat when he hits that knee bar again.
But you see Smith holding his knee in agony right now. That knee is shredded by all those knee bar attempts.
Again with that rolling knee bar from Scarrat, potentially looking for a finish.
To give here. Apollo's got to tag in Bone Crusher pretty soon, or else his knee is going to get torn off. And a neck breaker, and it does exactly that. Tags in Bone Crusher before more damage could be done.
And a double team from the big guys here.
Double clothesline.
Just squishing Scarrat between them. 1, 2,
and no, kick out.
I thought he had him right there. Again with this double team from the Watchdogs.
Do they have any other double team moves besides that one? Because that's the only one they've hit in this entire match.
Well, I mean, if it works, you don't need to change it. Scarrat moving to make a tag here, and Carl is definitely in need of an ass whooping for that camera.
Fuck you, Carl.
Smith just caught Scarrat with that counter. Perhaps the teamwork here falling apart a little bit. And Smith has had enough of Bone Crusher.
Following it up with a knee bar to Crusher, but Crusher has not had his legs worked on as much as Apollo has. So he's able to fight out. And now Crusher.
Oh, huge lariat there.
That could do it.
1, 2, 3, and Scarrat not able to get there fast enough. That is all she wrote. Crusher getting in and finishing with that big pullback lariat.
Well, it was a way more back and forth match than I was anticipating, but Bone Crusher gets the job done.
I was actually really impressed with the teamwork from Watchdogs there. They did a lot better than I think anybody expected them to do up against two monsters like Apollo and Bone Crusher. Both of them the largest competitors, not only on Pulse, but probably on the entire roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Scarral lived to see another day in this match, and so did Alexander Smith, but I'll say this much. AK-47 will not live to see another day when Bone Crusher gets a hold of him on Mayhem.
Well, you have to remember that is going to be a landmine deathmatch. Size is not the only thing that matters in a matchup like that. If AK plays it smart, all it takes is one headshot on the apron and Bone Crusher could go face first into a landmine.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of GFW Pulse. Stay tuned for more, and as always,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of GFW Pulse. I'm Good, and I've been joined tonight by
Elliot Maverick, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me, much to Nero Sin's pleasure.
Well, I mean, hearing a lot more of you since you are banished out to the production truck with Carl. By the way, you should poke him with something for that camera angle screw up in the last match.
I'll work on it.
Excellent job here by Emav on his very first episode calling Pulse with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.